What's going on, guys? It's Alex, and in today's video, I'm going to show you why Google Ads is probably the best way that you can get towing leads every single day for your towing business. High quality leads as well, people that are actually stranded looking for a tow truck, and why you should also be focusing on getting Google reviews for your Google business profile. And really quickly, I run Auto Leads Digital. We help businesses in the automotive industry, so towing, roadside assistance, even things like ceramic coating, detailing with lead generation. If you want leads coming in every single day for your towing business, click the link below, book a call with me. Happy to take a look at Google Ads campaigns, happy to answer any questions you have about towing lead generation, and of course, see if there's any opportunity to work together to get you more towing leads. So really quickly, I'm just going to show you why Google Ads is super important, Google reviews are super important, and how to set up your Google Ads to actually get calls every single day. So I just searched tow truck near me, looking at just the ads showing up. Of course, you got CA. This is like a I would imagine a national kind of like roadside assistance company. This one I have no idea what is going on and why it's showing up in French. And this just really goes to show you guys that your competitors have no idea what they're doing. So this is an interesting one because they do have huge brand recognition, and this one is just some clown that is just running ads in French here in Southern Ontario. And we just have one good ad. All right, now it is New Year's Day, but I know a lot of you guys in the towing space are working. We have one good ad. The site links are fine. Long distance towing, not really good. But there's also no call extension, right? So you have to click the ad and then call from the website, which is not ideal. Now it might show up differently on a mobile device, but still not ideal. Now, so just based on that, you should be running ads because you can set up a better quality ad with the call extension so that you just get phone calls directly. And yeah, there's no pricing here. It's just not a good ad overall. Also, scrolling down, you have another sponsored listing here, um, which is a towing company that is actually has both the top spaces, which is really good. And this is what I mean, get reviews, right? You really want to focus on your Google business profile. You really want to try to get as many reviews as you can, as often as you can, because Google wants to reward businesses that are doing well. And you can see there's a few other options here which are closing quite soon. And then you have organic results, which is going to be really hard to rank in and is really not necessary for an emergency service like towing, right? People are stranded on the side of the road. They want a number that they can call right away, which this doesn't have, and which is this one also doesn't show the call option for whatever reason, but still, it just goes to show you guys that your competitors, I always say, have no idea what they're doing. And even here, tow truck company, there's one sponsored listing, right? Which it's a truck repair shop. Again, people have no idea what they're doing in this space. Anyways, this is going to be probably the best way for you to get leads every single day. If you are running a towing business or looking to grow your towing business, I should have some case studies as well. We're getting calls for 15, 20, 25 bucks a call. And the phone's ringing all day for some of these guys. So you can check the channel for some of the case studies. And if I remember, I'll link it below, but I probably won't remember. Anyways, jumping into Google Ads, I'm just going to walk you guys really quickly how to set that up. So just jumping into ads here. If you have not signed up for ads, you're going to have to go through a sign up process to build out a smart campaign. They basically force you to build one before you can actually jump into the actual campaign building section here. But once you've done that, pause that old smart campaign that they make you make, and then come here, new campaign, new campaign. Obviously, you want leads coming in, so click leads. And right away, guys, Google is asking about conversion goals. Make sure you're tracking phone calls as accurately as you can. So that's going to be with a code on the landing page. Most people will call you from the asset, the call asset, or call extension, which I will show you how to set up as well. It's incredibly important to have if you are running an emergency service like towing. Very few people will actually call from the website, but you still want to make sure that your website is designed to convert and that you are tracking phone calls from the website. You don't need to be tracking form submissions just because the nature of towing, roadside assistance, nobody's filling out a form. If they are filling out a form, it's probably not a client you want. So click continue from there. Campaign type, we want search. Performance Max is fine if you're spending a couple $100 a day and you want to supplement it, but most of the Performance Max budget will be funneled into search. So it's better to have a search campaign with all the assets, so call assets and a business profile. You don't have to pick any of those. I never do. And let's just go with towing. And we'll use my location here in Hamilton. Click continue, click start new. So for bidding, I like to go with a manual CPC bidding strategy. You can brute force it with conversions, but unless you're feeding that conversion data back to Google, it's not going to work that well. And if you're just really lazy, you can also go with clicks and then set a maximum cost per click bid limit, which I don't really recommend unless you're on a super tight budget. But if you are on a super tight budget, you probably should not be running Google Ads. But yeah, I like to run manual CPC. I will show you where to change that in just a few minutes. Opt out of these two networks. And then you also want to, obviously this error here, you also want to make sure when you enter your location, before you do that, head to location options and go with presence, people in irregularly. And if not, your ad is going to show to people outside of your service area, which you definitely don't want. And for the location, I like to always start with just an advanced check here. Click include and just see what Google is. Click advanced search and see what Google set. That's probably fine for towing. It covers a lot of the highways here. If you were to target a nearby city, I would probably do even like, actually, I would just click into radius here. And it's Canada, so let's do like kilometers, probably 15-kilometer radius. Pin mode of here. That's pretty good. It covers like quite a few of the major highways, but maybe let's go up to 25. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, this is only if you can service this whole area. Your ad strategy will be a little bit different if you're targeting all these different cities, but for the most part, it's going to be fine using dynamic keywords and just making sure you have that call asset. And it does cover a ton of big interchanges here, which is really good. I like that a lot. They'll ask you about the political ads. Just make sure you select no. Under more settings, I like to go with do not optimize because I like to run 2 ads within each ad group to basically split test the ads. And then under more settings, you want to go with schedule. If you are only running your ads like from say 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., you just want to select that. You don't want your ads running all day, especially if you can't answer the phone, right? Boom, boom, click next. Now, I don't usually like these AI campaigns, so skip these. All right, now for keywords. What works really well for me in the towing space is tow truck near me, tow company near me, towing near me, and then the same location. So towing Hamilton, tow truck Hamilton, towing company in Hamilton. You can test. I always recommend testing a third ad group of just broad searches. So just tow truck company, towing service, and just seeing what works the best in your area. But I do find the tow truck near me does work incredibly well. And to actually do their keyword research, just click into tools, open a new tab, click into tools. Under planning, just click keyword planner and you'll see the light bulb here. Click the light bulb, add your area here. It doesn't have to be super exact. And then just add towing, tow truck, right? Tow company. It's not super difficult here. And then all these will work. So I'll just build one out for the near me. And this, guys, is going to give you the range of what to expect to spend. For the most part, you won't get $3 clicks. That's like end of the day type stuff when all your competitors have ran out of budget. You'd probably be closer towards the higher end, but you convert pretty well in the towing space. Let's add towing service. Near me would be its own ad group, right? Don't forget that, guys. You want to break these down into different ad groups. And I like tow company as well. So copy these keywords. Go to keywordmatchtypetool.com, paste them into here. I like to run phrase and exact. I won't get into what that is, but it just gives you the best chance of showing up for the most relevant searches. Copy that, paste that in here, and we just want to get rid of the near me because we don't want the near me in there. There we go. Now, for the final URL, I'll just take one as an example here. We'll just use these guys as an example. But you want to have a page that's designed to convert. So this is actually a decent page for ads, but you want to run ads. If some people will make it to your landing page, the landing page still needs to be designed to convert, right? You do not want to send traffic to a page on your website that is just a home page or a service page. Those pages, for the most part, are not designed to convert. And for the very few people that do make it to your website, you want them to make it to a page that is really easy for them to get in touch with you. So I do recommend landing pages. And then here you could just do like tow truck. And this just changes how it looks and does increase click-through rate, makes it a little bit more relevant once it decides to load through. Really good. Make sure you add your phone number, and this is not the only location where you will add your number. You also should add it as an asset. I think on my account it's added, but sorry guys, one sec. Excuse me, but I will show you where to add that. Now, for the headlines, obviously like tow truck near you. Hamilton, the location plus tow truck company. So with the headlines, you want to add the service, the location, pain points. So in this case, like stranded or whatever, need a tow, calls to action, and pricing. So like if your hook fee is like $79, right? Hook fee, just $79. You can add your per mile price, right, or minimum tow price. Will be there in 30 minutes, right? There in 30 minutes or less. Not that this has to be the case, but it helps with urgency, right? Stranded. Call us now. Need a tow. Call now, right? Call now for immediate. Does assistance fit? No, for immediate help. That's really good, right? This is why you pin headlines, because sometimes it does not look great, right? Obviously, this one's really good. Yeah, that's really good. Now, sometimes when you duplicate the ad, you will run one of the ads with pin headlines, and so you would just pin them like this, right, in the first position. But you want to test that in the ad group once the campaign is built out. For the description, same thing. Looking for a tow truck near you in Hamilton, right? We'll be there in 30 minutes or less. Just call, yeah, right? Call us, right? Stranded, need a tow, we can help. There in 30 minutes or less. Call now. Really good. It's two really good descriptions. Now, for business name and logo, make sure you go ahead and verify your business name so that you can add the business name and logo. Site links and other assets, call outs I like to use, as well as site links. I don't add these here. If you add them here, it adds it at the account or campaign level, which you really just want to avoid, because then your ads will show irrelevant assets. And I'll show you how to add those as well. Custom budget, I'll just set a 0.01. I get this question a lot, is how much do I need to spend? Really, you want to get 10 clicks a day, right? So if we look here, let's say this range is between $3 and $9. You're probably looking at about $70 a day, $7 cost per click. I recommend that. Really, in any case, you don't want to be below 50 per day for towing. And obviously the goal is going to be to scale as much as you can. But if you have $30 a day, it's going to be tough, right? You can try it, but you just won't get a lot of calls and you won't get enough volume, especially conversion data, to really feed back into Google to get things to work as you would want it. So the lower budgets, I find people's expectations are a little bit too high, and it just never really works out versus starting at, say, $50 to $100 per day. But yeah, I'll set a 0.01 so they don't charge me. Click next. Now Google just wants me to verify my account again. If you get this on your side, it's completely normal. And I will just take the time to say, if you have made it this far, I really appreciate it. If you need help with Google Ads, if you want me to manage the ads while you focus on the business side of things, you can book a call with me in the link below. I do love talking to you guys, and I'm always open to exploring new opportunities, right? So I have verified. Google is now publishing the account. They are going to check for any errors. Typically, nothing really shows up, and if it does, it's easy to figure out. But I will pause. I will let this finish. Sometimes it takes a minute or two, so don't be worried if it takes a little bit longer than you would think. And then once it's done, I'll jump back in and show you guys a few more things you need to do to get your campaigns up and running smoothly. All right, when the campaign is ready to go, it's going to look something like this. Now, Google, again, is going to ask you to set up your Google tag. Make sure you have your tag set up, Google Tag Manager, Analytics, and that you do set up all the conversion tracking, specifically tracking phone calls from the ads and tracking phone calls from the website. All right, incredibly important. There's two different things. So make sure you set those up as well. Now, jumping into the campaign, really quickly, guys, I mentioned the assets here. Add your call asset here. So just jump in, right? Mine's already added. Okay, no, it's not added, right? So you would just click, am I in calls? Yeah, I'm in calls. So you just click plus here, and then you would add it as an asset directly to the account there. Also, for things like callouts and site links, you do not want to add them at the campaign or account level. So again, come in here and you can actually enter into your campaign, click plus, right? We're adding callouts. The default is campaign, but you want to add them to ad group, right? So choose your ad group. This is the Hamilton ad group. That's just, I didn't change the name yet. And then add them at this level. When you're done, just click save and you're good. I'll make a video about it. So you could check my channel to find the video on callouts and site links if you are in the towing space. Now, really quickly, jump back into campaigns and you want to change the bid strategy. So I like starting with manual CPC, and I'll just show you how to change that. Just click change. At the bottom here, click select the bid strategy directly. And why this is cool, and obviously the goal is to get enough conversions to then switch to a automated bidding strategy, is why this is cool is, if you, let me just change, I have to change that, but if you hit refresh, it's going to ask you to set a max CPC for the group, which is also good. So I would just set this to say $9. Right, you could set it there. What's cool for this is if you click into your ad group and you scroll over, you can see that Google gives you, only for manual CPC keywords, the estimated first page bid and the estimated first position bid. So this is how much you're gonna have to pay to be on the first page. And sorry guys, excuse me. This is how much you're gonna have to pay to be in the first position, right? Now, first position isn't super important. You can just outcompete with a better quality ad, but you definitely want to be on the first page. So that'll be kind of the floor of what you can expect to spend. Obviously, towards the top of the page is going to be far better. And first position, in my opinion, is the best place to be in when it comes to ads. And I think that is really it. You guys kind of zoom through it. If you did make it this far, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, if you need help with Google Ads for your towing business, if you just want to focus on the towing side, get calls coming in every day, and I'll have to worry about whether or not the ads are working, click the link below, book a call with me. I love talking, guys. I love working with you guys. And there are some case studies on the site or on the YouTube channel as well that you can check out to see what kind of results you can expect in the towing space. And if we were to work together, obviously every location is different, but it gives you a baseline idea of expectations there. In any case, guys, thanks so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.